I'm at. I be an Indian again, I'm telling them that Collinsville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collinsville. And yeah, so glad to say that I'm a Kahok. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to see it, yes, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long, I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1 2, but we're number one. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple. Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapin' crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right. Now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, all the boys,
High school champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good early evening, everyone, and welcome to Kahok Stadium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. I am Todd Duke. Brett Borum is alongside, and we are about ready to bring you some boys soccer action. Varsity game between Collinsville and Jabot. And welcome in once again to the Cullip Jennings Florist pregame show. Brought to you by Cullip Jennings Florist, a staple in the Collinsville area. Has been for generations. Cullip Jennings Florist is located at 517 West Clay Street. You can stop in for weekly specials, and you can give them a call to find out about those weekly specials, 344-0404 or online at cullipjennings.com. Kahawks come into this contest with a record of 3-2 under their fourth-year head coach, Rob Lugge, who now has a 53-25-2 record in his fourth season for Collinsville. The Gibault Hawks come in, well, we don't know. They've, according to their schedule, they should have played Metro East Lutheran on Tuesday, but according to the STL Today site, there's no score for that game. There is no stats for that game, so we're not sure if they even played that game or not, but that would have been Tuesday night, the same night we were here playing O'Fallon, so weather-wise, there shouldn't have been a reason for that one to be canceled, but we just don't know if Gibault has played or not. And that was going to be their first game, so at any rate, this is only game number 2 for Gibault. They are coached also by a fourth-year head coach in Darren Howdrich, and he comes in with an overall record of 37-29-10. So the Kahawks, 3-2. Both of their losses have both been 3-2 overtime games that ended up being settled in penalty kicks. Edwardsville in game number 1, and then O'Fallon on Tuesday night. The Kahawks did beat Belleville East Thursday night with Tag Baker's goal in the second overtime. Belleville and Waterloo were the other two wins for this Collinsville team as they look for win number 4. Their JV counterparts picked up win number 4 just a little while ago as Collinsville was down 1-0 in the first half of that game, and the Kahawks scored all 4 of their goals in the second half. The first one came on a penalty kick by Bicanic, And then Wade had a couple of goals in there, and sandwiched in between those was a goal by Hugo Gonzalez, and Collinsville scoring all 4 of their goals in the second half to come away with a 4-1 victory. We bring in Brett Borm now, and Brett, you were at the games at Belleville East on Tuesday night. What did you see from the team that you liked, and what would you like to see them work on from that game?
Well, it was one of those games again where the weather conditions I think played a major role in the outcome of the game. It was a cold, wet, windy night. Wind gusts were really strong. I think that played a factor with the type of game Collinsville had to play. Again, trying to play over the top versus possession-type soccer-style games, working the ball around, letting the ball do the work. That's what they need to get back to, in my opinion. Those weather conditions really played a major role, and we didn't get our break until that second overtime where Tag Baker was able to get that goal.
And Tag Baker now has 4 goals on the year. He leads the team with 4 goals. Jimmy Crowder has 2 goals right behind him, and then a host of folks with 1 goal. Yahir Figueroa, Aiden Hensler, Alex Lorsback, Trey Peterson, and Braden Shiragi with a goal. Carter Wagner was in goal in that game at Belleville East the last time that Kahawks were on the field. Miguel Gaspar is going to get the start here this afternoon. What did you see out of Carter Wagner that you liked in that game against the East?
It's tough to really say because so much of that game was played in the middle third of the field. There were not a lot of opportunities in regulation. Play seemed to open up a little bit more as it got into overtime, but I don't remember Carter being challenged all that much.
Let's take a look at Jabot for a moment. No stats to pass along to you, but we do know some things. Jabot has 4 state titles in their boys soccer history, just like Collinsville does. They secured titles in 3 straight years, 05, 06, and 07. That was all under Jim Corsi. And then in 2013, they won a state title under Matt Reeb. They had 7 other trips to state, did this Jabot Hawks boys soccer program 2 times. They finished in 2nd place. That was under Howdrich in 2017. The last time that they did that. And 3 times they have finished in 3rd place, and 2 times they have finished in 4th place, including the latest, which was also a Darren Howdrich coached team back in 2018. So this team has a little bit of soccer pedigree there, Mr. Borm.
They do. I remember back in my playing days, Jabot having quality soccer teams going back into the 90s. They had some strong soccer down there. I don't know how they compare to their counterparts at Waterloo High School. I'm sure they probably have to compete for some players down there, I would think, right?
I would think so, too, yeah. So they've always had a good program as far as I can tell. I remember one time Chris Kettler and I went to Jabot and did a game at that park out there, and we had to actually stand on the sidelines to do that game. Ooh. And it was a nice day out, so it wasn't rough on that part of it, but sometimes it got a little scary when those guys started coming towards you, and there just wasn't a lot of room on those sidelines back then.
That'd be tough to do your job that way, I would think.
Yeah, sure is, especially when you're at ground level. It's almost like being courtside to do basketball play-by-play. I've only had to do that once, and that was when we had to go do a game at SIUE, and there was a bunch of times where I had to block the ball from hitting my camera.
No kidding.
So I can see why the guys, they get down there with the headsets on and do the play-by-play because they're just doing that and somebody else is operating the camera. But,
right.
Yeah, the camera's right next to me at all times, so, yeah.
And at field level, I'm going to guess the quality of the camera play that you were getting probably wasn't the greatest either.
Yeah, with the closer up you are, the more back and forth you have to go with the camera, the more it kind of streaks across the screen. So we prefer to actually be up in the rafters. It's a little bit better for the camera, not a little bit better for the viewers at home to watch it when we're that far away. But, yeah, kind of takes care of that part itself. All right, let's take a break here on the Cullip Jennings Flores pregame show. When we come back, we will pass along the starting lineups to you and a little bit more information between Collinsville and Jabot. We'll do that on the other side of this commercial break on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cullip Jennings Flores, a Collinsville original since 1939. Cullip Jennings Flores has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Cullip Jennings Flores is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Cullip Jennings Flores is there for any life's major moments. Cullip Jennings Flores, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at cullipjennings.com.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Just because you can cut your own hair doesn't mean you should. The Shop, a great place in Collinsville for men and boys haircuts, is where you should take your hair. The Shop is owned and operated by Collinsville High School graduates Danny Kress and Jody Neiman and is located at 103 South Seminary Street in Uptown Collinsville. The Shop isn't just another place to get a haircut, as Danny and Jody take great joy in getting to know their clients and look forward to turning those clients into friends. When you sit in a stylish chair at the Shop, Jody and Danny pride themselves on getting to know you well enough to say, the usual? So, men and boys, if you're tired of the same old cookie-cutter approach to haircuts, check out Danny and Jody at the Shop. You may just walk out with not only a fantastic cut, but you may also walk out with a friend. Or two. The Shop in Collinsville, 618-772-7175. No appointment necessary. The Shop, 103 South Seminary in Uptown Collinsville. Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975. Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahawk sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahawk sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you. Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family. First National Bank of Waterloo, celebrating over 100 years of banking. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo, now with locations in Collinsville and Maryville, for your mortgage and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local community.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Call Up Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Call Up Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Call Up Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion, from anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings. Call Up Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Call Up Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at callupjennings.com.
National Anthem has been taken care of, and player introductions have been taken care of as well, as we welcome you back here to the broadcast booth at Kahok Stadium as we get you ready for this game between Collinsville and Jabot. Here are your starters for Jabot. In goal will be Nick Chambers, the 6'1" junior. On the field in front of him, you will find Caleb Hugger, Mackenzie Howdress, Colin Shields, Camden Oberkfell, Colin Schmidt, Antonio Pepe, Jacob Feldker, Mitchell Cones, Jackson Gedicke, and Andrew Eplin. For Collinsville, you will find in goal Mr. Miguel Gaspar. Dane Compton will be in front of him, as will be Tag Baker, Braden Shiragi, Will Martin, Luis Fernandez, Sam Garofalo, Colin Ogle, Aiden Hensler, Alex Lorsback, and Jackson Perrell. Collinsville in their purple uniforms, trimmed in white, numbers on the fronts and the backs are in white, and they'll be defending the goal. Here to your right-hand side, Jabot, they are dressed in all whites. Numbers are in a little maroon, and they will be defending the goal to your left. Here's some numbers for you for Miguel Gaspar as we are underway. Gaspar, coming into this contest, has 130 minutes under his belt as Collinsville looks to get a little offense going here right off the bat. Gaspar, 130 minutes. He is 1-0 on the year. He is credited with a shared shutout along with Carter Wagner and the shutout that he had himself. He has not allowed a goal yet, has Gaspar. So he has a perfect average and a perfect save percentage right at 1,000. And Collinsville gets a corner kick to start off with. We'll take that right off the bat. And it's on the way. And coming out the far side, and looks like Chambers got a hand on it and socked it out to that far side. Collinsville still comes away with it, though. They send it back toward the middle, but it's picked off by the defense and then sent up to midfield, where it's picked up there by Mackenzie Howdrich. Howdrich moves the ball up the line, gets it to Feldker, and then Collinsville takes over. Whoops, somebody forgot to take the ball with them. That was Garofalo. And the Kahawks try to work it back up on offense again. Well, they're on that far side. That is Hensler. Gets it onto the foot of Fernandez. And then up for Tag Baker. Baker, the leader in goals scored this year with 4. As he gets stuck behind a defender, the defender blocks him off and the ball rolls out of bounds. And Jabot will take over with a throw-in all the way down on their defensive side of the field. Up the line it goes. Collinsville stops it from going any farther. They pop it into the box, and it's going to be Chambers who has to come out and get that one right when Colin Ogle was bearing down on him. And now Ogle trying to play some defense and does a nice job of it at that. That ball looked like it came out, and it goes to Collinsville again. So good job there by Ogle.
Colin Ogle earning the start tonight in Coach Lugie's lineup. Some lineup changes.
Jackson Perrell throws the ball in, and then off of the head of Garofalo, and it continues over there in that far corner. And Jabot keeps it from going out of bounds. And now we have a whistle on the play. Number 10, Antonio Pepe for Jabot, listed on the roster as 6'3", 195 pounds. And boy, let me tell you, he's all of that.
Oof, I told you he looked like a man.
He does. Looks like a man amongst kids out there as the ball comes in front and a shot, and that one is going to be kicked aside by Jabot, and we are going to have, is it a corner kick? Nope. They're going to say Collinsville put that one out of bounds. Thought Jabot was just trying to push it across the end line to relieve the pressure.
What did he do? 6 what?
6'3", 195 pounds.
That's a big kid.
He is. And from this direction, he looks 6'5" and 220.
Yeah. Looks like he plays in the middle of the field. I'm going to guess he's probably a creator.
Yeah, he is listed as a midfielder. And then it's sent back out here to Jackson Perrell. And Perrell pops it over Pepe's head. And going to chase it down on the far side of the field is Hensler. Hensler runs into a little trouble, and Jabot sends it back out to Pepe. Pepe wears number 10 on his back, and he gets it up to a teammate. That's Howdrich. Howdrich gets double teamed, still stays with it, sends it off of the feet of Jackson Perrell, and then right back to where it came from. And coming up the side here is going to be Gedeke, and Gedeke gets taken off the ball by the opposing number 18, and that is Alex Lorsback for Collinsville. We're just underway here in this first half. And the ball down in the box in front of the goalkeeper, Miguel Gaspar. And then over into the corner it goes, and it ends up going out of bounds, and it'll belong to Collinsville. 4 minutes gone here in this first half. No score here early on. JV team won 4-1. Collinsville's varsity team trying to keep up.
Going in.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was on Garofalo taking number 4 down, but we got a dangerous ball here right at the 20-yard line.
And guess who's going to kick it? Antonio Pepe. Their goalkeeper is pretty big too. Nick Chambers, 6'1", 200 pounds.
I have a feeling we're going to be saying Pepe's name quite a bit today.
I think so, maybe. We're going to say it right now because Pepe is getting ready to take a free kick, and he is going to nick it on up there and try to find Howdrich. Howdrich sends one toward the goal, blocked out by the defense, and then the defense comes and steps up and takes care of it for a moment. Then Ogle gets taken off the ball, and then Pepe pushes Ogle off the ball, and it ends up going out of bounds, and again it'll belong to Collinsville.
I think it's a free kick. Pepe's using his arms quite a bit already in this game.
Here is Dane Compton. Compton sends the ball up and sends it deep past midfield off of the feet of Tag Baker, and then moved up. Here comes Tag Baker. He's got a chance. He's coming in all alone, and he had a little bit too much of a lead on his own little tip up forward, and able to make that play is Chambers, and he got there just in the nick of time, did Nick Chambers. You see what I did there?
I did.
Okay. I won't do it again.
Tag Baker, that last touch got away from him.
It sure did.
Kept it a little more closer. He could have touched it around the keeper or taken the shot while he was out.
Here is Compton. Sends it up into the middle. Sent over onto this side by Fernandez. Fernandez sends the ball up, and that one is not offside. Circling the wagons is Will Martin. He'll send it out all the way to the other side, headed down and into the box, and a shot taken by Aiden Hensler, and he just got underneath it and sends it into the sky.
Will Martin doing a great job keeping that ball in bounds on the left flank and getting a beautiful service across, not inside the 18, but just outside where that right back was for Collinsville. Just launched it over the top.
So it's going to be Nick Chambers who will set the ball down for the goal kick restart. Chambers surveys, sends it. Has a little bit of a wind at his back. Not much now as the sun is going down. The wind has died down. Most of the flags are barely moving. And a little bit more stiffer of a breeze during that JV game. And then Lorsback now sends it up to Colin Ogle, who tries to chip it over with a pass to Garofalo, but it never made it. Collinsville's defense steps up, and Shiragi sends it all the way down that far sideline, but it goes out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in by Jabot. Play over there on that far side sideline, and Tag Baker making life tough over there on the defenders. That's his job.
It is.
Saw mom here, Stacy, here to watch her son play. Into the middle again, and Collinsville with another opportunity and a couple of nice moves. Then the ball gets away, and Jabot sends it back out to midfield, where it's picked up by Shiragi for a moment. Shiragi and Pepe, man, if those two bodies collide, you might feel that earth shake a little bit.
Feel it up here.
I know. Here is Feldker all the way over on the far sideline. It's pushed out of bounds by Collinsville, so a throw-in coming up for Jabot as we approach 32:25 left to play here in this first half. No score early on. JV team won 4-1, and the varsity counterparts are trying to keep up with the junior circuit as the JVers are now 4-2 on the year. Varsity comes in 3-2, looking for that fourth win. Ball is thrown in by Feldker and sent back out by Collinsville. Back to the midfielders, and Collinsville trying to wrestle the ball away. And then it's pushed into the box. Alex Lorsback is there to take care of it before it can make its way to Gaspar, and Lorsback sends it all the way back out to midfield. Nice play by the youngster. Here comes Collinsville again. Colin Ogle. He's got a little bit of room, fins off the defender, and the defender takes him down. And Colin Ogle ran right into the shoe of Nick Chambers, and that was, man, that's rough. That's going to hurt.
Number 6 for Jabot, Colin Schmidt, in my opinion, took down Colin Ogle right outside the box, and it looks like this call is going to go against Collinsville, right?
I don't know what the call is going to go against, but, man, I tell you what, Colin Ogle, when he took a spill right into Nick Chambers just as Chambers was ready to strike the ball. So I don't know, Colin Ogle might have got kicked in the throat.
I do not know how this is going against Collinsville.
I don't either.
And I don't think Coach Lugie's happy about it either.
Colin Ogle's okay. He's going to stay in the game. And Lorsback uses his head and moves it up onto the foot of Garofalo. Garofalo sends it back out to the offense once again, and a nice job fighting it off there. It's going to come back over to Ogle on this near sideline. Ogle is going to send the ball back up to Garofalo. Garofalo, nice dribble around to the defender, comes in on the deep left wing, sends it out toward the middle of the box, but no one there wearing purple and white could get there before it was closed in upon by Jabot. Back to Lorsback it goes. Lorsback sends it over to Jackson Perrell. Perrell sends it toward the goal. It's going to go high and wide, and it'll be another goal kick restart here for Jabot.
Looks like Collinsville got their first set of subs coming in. Landon Mahat, Adam Reiniger, Trey Peterson, and Yair Figueroa.
Colin and Colin, man, they were running neck and neck right next to each other coming down, and I didn't see any fragrant foul there. The bodies might have touched each other, but it wasn't anything like a takedown. So Chambers will send the ball back out toward midfield into the setting sun. He does. Falls a little short of midfield, takes a couple of bounces, and Collinsville picks it up, and Braden Shiragi sends it up the far sideline where it will go out of bounds. And it'll belong to Jabot once again. Jabot having a hard time getting out of their own end. Collinsville doing a fine job of keeping the ball down there and giving themselves plenty of opportunities to try to pick up the first goal of the game.
I like the pressure Collinsville showed so far in the first 10 minutes of the match.
Now a Jabot upfield offensive push. Stops at midfield. Collinsville comes away with it once again. Fernandez. And then it goes back to the defense, trying to send it back into the offensive zone. Colin Ogle trying to wrestle it down from Colin Schmidt. Those two already tangled up once. And the throw-in will come from the other Colin. Colin Schmidt throws it in and finds Pepe out at midfield, but Pepe couldn't catch up with it. And then Jabot sends it down, but it's headed right back out off of the noggin of Dane Compton. Back over to Colin Ogle. Ogle's been busy here early on. Lorsback has to track the ball down. Comes away with it on this near sideline and sends it up into the middle for Fernandez. Back over to Jackson Perrell now. Perrell moves it right past the leg of Mahat. And back out to midfield it goes. To Justin Hammond, who's in. No, that's not Hammond. He wears 4 in the junior varsity game. Trey Peterson, here's Figueroa. Figueroa on the move and couldn't quite get there. Circles around, and then he gets one to go in, and that one's going to count. Collinsville has themselves a 1-0 lead.
I was wondering if he was going to ever get the shot off.
I know.
Good finish.
28-04 is when that goal is scored.
Looks like we got some more subs coming in for Collinsville. Braden Borum entering the match. The center mid role with Efren Lopez.
So the Kahawks take a 1-0 lead. We're back underway. Figueroa picks up goal number 2 on the year, so he and Crowder now have 2. Tag Baker still leads with 4. And we are still early on here. Still 27 minutes, 45 seconds to go here in this first half. And here is Gedeke. Gedeke sends the ball into the Collinsville defensive zone. And now Jabot working on it. Turn the ball over and give it back to Collinsville. Throw in comes in from Alex Lorsback and off the head of Pepe, and Pepe almost fell down right into Colin Olga. If Colin Olga doesn't be careful, he's going to end up getting hurt here in this game. You run into Pepe, that's like running into a brick wall, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Speaking of Pepe, he has the ball and sends it up over onto the far side, and Trey Peterson over there trying to chase it down, and it ends up going out of bounds, and it'll be Collinsville's ball.
I see Collinsville does have other people that can take throw-ins.
Yeah. Lorsback took one over here, and now Peterson's going to take one over there. Because Jackson Perrell's not in the game any longer.
That's right.
That's right. That's why. Hensler comes back into the game, and Garofalo checks back into the game. Figueroa has scored the goal. He sends it up the sideline, and then the defense for Collinsville couldn't hold on to it, and the ball just sent out of bounds. When doing these back-to-back games, man, Hammond is number 4 on the JV side, but Peterson's number 4 on the varsity side. I get kind of confused for a moment. There is a ball into the air.
Shows you're learning the numbers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, usually about the time we get to the last game, I got them all memorized. Yeah. I'm like, man, I was just starting to get everybody's name memorized, and now the season's over.
Only for the numbers to change next year, right?
Yes. I went to the Blues game for my daughter's birthday a couple of weeks ago, and Mikola, who wears number 77, got the puck, and I almost spit out Pierre Turgeon. I'm like, wait a minute, he hasn't played here in a long time.
God, he was good, though.
He was. He was the other one who wore number 77. We just found out before this game got on the air that Oscar Sundquist is out for the rest of the year for the Blues. That's, man, the injuries just keep on coming for the Blues, don't they?
Yeah, it's been tough.
It has been. In the middle of the field, Efren Lopez sends it up, and Borum sends it all the way over on the far side, but it was well past the streaking Trey Peterson and goes into the Collinsville bench. Jabot's ball. Collinsville leads 1-0. 25 minutes left to go here in this first half. Collinsville making another push. And a little chip into the box. And a centering pass and a shot. And, oh, what a save there by Chambers off of a hot shot by Landon Mahat. And, boy, that had a lot of zip on it.
Great piece of goalkeeping by the Jabot goalkeeper. Landon Mahat had that thing on a tee, ready to send it into the back of the net, and the goalkeeper was able to just get that right arm out.
Throw in from Collinsville here on the near side, right into the middle of the box, and it comes down, and Landon Mahat has another chance, and that one ends up too much into the air and ends up skimming. And right past the goal it goes. So Chambers will send it back out to play. Stays a little low, but carries out toward midfield where one of the defenders or one of the offensive players for Jabot steps up. And now over here to this side, trying to track it down before it goes out of bounds. And a nice job there by Garofalo. And he sends it toward the net, and it's smacked out of there by Chambers. Chambers has been busy, and he's been good here early. Here is Peterson. Peterson trying to circle around, trying to find Luis Fernandez, but Pepe is over there to disrupt anything going on that side of the field. And the ball ends up going out of bounds. Throw in comes right in front of the Kahok bench and blocked down by Pepe. Now sent out to the middle where Efren Lopez takes care of it for a moment, and then it comes down onto the foot of Reiniger, and then Reiniger gets the ball right back, sends it up the line, circles, and sends it back to Peterson. Peterson from in front of his own bench, trying to move it up to his offense, but the defender came back around and took care of that one for him, and now a little chip pass from Compton over to Hensler, and Hensler back to Compton. Now over to Shiragi. Shiragi had a goal in that O'Fallon game. And Collinsville sends it back. It's off of the head of Cones. And then it ends up going back down to the offensive zone anyway. And another chance for Mahat. And that one goes just wide past the outside post. I think a defender just got a body part on that and nicked that thing just wide. Chambers was standing there waiting for it anyway.
Landon Mahat's been in the right place at the right time on 3 occasions.
He sure
He's gonna
has.
get his chances here.
Substitution going on for Jabot as they bring in Luis Raventos. Here is Figueroa. Figueroa has the goal. Over on the far side sideline, he gets taken off the ball. And a nice stop over there by the defender before it crossed the goal line, and it did anyway. We're going to have a corner kick. Figueroa is right there. He's going to take this corner kick as well.
See if Collinsville can crash this net and put one in.
Figueroa has his hands up. He's ready. Referee says go right ahead. He sends it. It's low, and it's off of the head and off the top of the net. It stays in play. That was off the crossbar, and that was off of the head of Sam Garofalo, and that almost went in.
It did almost go in. Just hit that crossbar. It didn't. Apparently, it didn't hit the yellow goal post afterwards either. So
No.
it came right back down, and the ball was still in play.
Not sure sometimes when that happens. It happens so quick, you're not sure what goal post it hits or what crossbar it hits. So Chambers will send us back to action again. And this was a short kick. And right out of bounds off of the leg of Zachary Tayon. And Collinsville will get the ball back on a throw-in, but not before they bring 4 players in, and one of those is Jackson Perrell. So guess who's going to throw this ball in?
I would guess Jackson Perrell, Todd.
I would guess Jackson Perrell, too. Perrell has to wait for everybody to get in their places after the substitutions. He's ready to go and throws it up the line, and it's tipped by Tag Baker. He was trying to tip it backwards to Figueroa, but it went straight up instead. And a good defensive stand there by Trey Peterson as the offensive player was on the move with that ball. And now over on the far side in front of the Kahok bench, that ball goes out of bounds. Throw in coming up here from Trey Peterson. He throws it in for Figueroa. Figueroa splits the defense, and then the final defender steps up and sends it right back out to midfield. But Collinsville doesn't waste any time sending it back to where it came from. And now we have a whistle and a infraction coming up against Luis Fernandez. Halfway through the first half of this game, Collinsville leads 1-0 on a goal by Yahir Figueroa. Here is a chance for, and it's a little bit high off of the foot of Mackenzie Howdrich. Howdrich, I'm guessing the son of the head coach. Just a guess.
I think that's a fair guess.
And back to action we go. Martin Nambo Lyman is into the game for Jabot. Here is Yahir Figueroa, the one who has scored the goal. And he gets it up the sideline, then into the middle, trying to find Tag Baker. It comes down. Baker trying to fend it off. Here's Mahat again with another opportunity, and that one bounces off a body and goes over the end line. And the Kahawks are going to get another corner kick out of this.
If he keeps getting those chances there in the slot, I know Landon Mahat's going to put one in.
So Figueroa will take another corner kick. Or will he? No, he's going to be replaced.
Looks like with the long week Collinsville's had, 4 games, Coach Lugie's running a pretty deep bench tonight, rotating kids in and out. Make sure legs stay fresh.
Will Martin was going to head over there and take that shot, but at the last minute they changed their mind and will send over the freshman, Trey Peterson. His kick is on the way, and it's in the front of the box and comes down. And Collinsville will send it back to the defense, and Shiragi will send the ball over onto the foot of Fernandez, and that shot goes well over. Kahawks have definitely had the most of the chances here tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a 1-0 lead so far to show for it. Nick Chambers.
So it's a very similar feel to the JV game.
Yeah, it does. Except for in the JV game, Jabot scored first.
Right.
Chambers sends it out again. Off of the chest of Peril, gets it up right by Tag Baker, and then the defense for Jabot sends it back out to midfield. Over there is Trey Peterson. He does a nice job getting around his defender and keeps that ball up. Collinsville has another throw in. And this time they're going to, when Jackson Peril's out there, you're going to not take the throw in. You're going to give it up to Jackson. Peril throws it in just to the outside of the box. It takes a roll toward the goal, and Collinsville trying to gather it over there. Tag Baker sends it back, trying to find Garofalo, and that ball goes over the end line, and we are going to have yet another corner kick here for Collinsville. What is this, 4? 3 in a row. I know that much.
Definitely getting the opportunities on the corners. Atypical of what we experienced in the first 2 or 3 home games.
Trey Peterson going to take this kick again.
Collins was loading this left side of the box.
It comes out to that left side off of a body and out front, and then put in a save by Chambers off of the foot of Colin Ogle, and Ogle had a lot of juice behind that one, and I tell you what, Chambers made a good save and then almost couldn't gabble in that rebound.
There was a rebound there to be had, too.
Bounced off his hands for a split moment, but then Chambers gathered it back in before anyone can get there to do anything with it. Comes all the way back out to midfield off of the head of Aiden Hensler and out of bounds. Throw in will come in from Colin Schmidt. Schmidt gets it in. Collinsville intercepts. Jackson Peril. Over onto the side, Trey Peterson and the defender got there at the same time. Now Hensler, he slows it down and gets it back to Jackson Peril, who gets it back over to Hensler. And Hensler with a nice move, gets rid of his defenders, sends it back to Peril. Peril will send it up and right onto the left foot of Will Martin. And Martin couldn't contain that one and keep it going. Play at midfield. Back and forth we go for a minute. Collinsville takes over. Peterson in the middle. Nice job to, I believe that was Fernandez, if I'm not mistaken. But here comes Will Martin, and Will Martin tries to split the defense, and Chambers comes out of his box and takes care of that one before any further damage could be done. Chambers in that right leg of his has been busy.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has.
Here is Peterson. Bounce off of the head to Jackson Peril. Peril will send it back to the defense and Shiragi. Shiragi tries to chip it over to the sideline, and Colin Ogle had to go off of his head and roll down his back, all while he was out of bounds. Substitutions going on for Jabot. They bring Jackson Gedeke back into the game. One of 4 players back into the game. Here is Shiragi. Shiragi gets around Pepe. And then a missed pass. We'll send the ball back to Pepe, and he sends it back up to the middle. And a couple of bodies run into each other, and after it's all said and done, Dane Compton ends up with the ball. Sends it up to Tag Baker. Baker coming in on the left side, but before he could do that, it's sent off into the corner area by Colin Schmidt. And Collinsville will have a throw in here for Jackson Peril near down where the corner kick usually takes place. Peril throws it in the middle of the box, off of a head and back outside. Pepe trying to track it down, and along with him is a nice job there by Braden Borm. Borm sends it up and to Lorsback. Lorsback's shot was blocked out by a defender, and then it comes all the way back out to midfield where it's taken over by Compton. Compton to Peril, and then back to the defense for Shiragi. Shiragi sends it up to the far sideline, and that one's probably going to skip out of bounds. And no, it does not. Nice save in over there by Collinsville. And then back up in front of the Kahok bench to Shiragi. Shiragi sends it up to Compton, and then back out into the middle, and the defense takes care of it for Jabot. And then it comes down for Compton at midfield, and then he gets taken off of the ball by Mackenzie Howdrich.
Then Compton just bounces back up like nothing happened.
Yeah. Yeah, the wonders of the teenage body. I'd still be laying there asking for some help.
I can barely get out of bed, Todd.
That's my almost 60-year-old self. If I was that young, I wouldn't have thought that way. I don't think I did. But I didn't play sports in high school. I just never grew. I played Little League Baseball up until everybody else outgrew me, and then I just couldn't keep up with the fastball anymore and had to give it up. Throw in by Jackson Perrell. That's deep and in the box, and it comes back out. And trying to settle the ball down was Will Martin. Now tag Baker back to Martin. Martin sends the ball off of a body and out of bounds, so Collinsville will get to keep it, and it'll be another throw-in coming up here for Jackson Perrell as we approach 12 minutes left to play here in this first half. 1-0 on a Yahir Figueroa goal. Just about 12 minutes in. Right back to Jackson Perrell, and Perrell just lets it go out of bounds since it was off of a Jabot body. Yeah, why not?
Smart play by Jackson. Great field awareness.
Throws it in. It comes out front. Will Martin trying to track it down, and he will. And he'll send it on over to Trey Peterson. Peterson gets it past his defender over onto Colin Ogle. Ogle deep on that right wing, tries the crossing pass. It comes right back to him, and then back out to Peterson. Peterson trying to get around his opposing number 4, Colin Shields. And then into the middle it comes, and it's kicked out by Jabot, and then Pepe will get that big frame of his into it and send it back down the field. Compton, he'll take care of it, send it back up to midfield and beyond to tag Baker. Baker sends it back into the midfield circle, trying to find Luis Fernandez, and now over here for Hensler. Hensler back to Jackson Perrell. Perrell looks and passes over to tag Baker. Baker on the left wing, sends it over to the right wing, over the head of Colin Ogle. Ogle will go track it down before it has a chance to do any out-of-bounds work. And then he'll send it over to Fernandez, and Fernandez gets taken off the ball by Pepe, and then Pepe takes Colin Ogle off the ball as well. Pepe taking care of 2 guys there at once. There's Shiragi.
Big enough to do it.
Yes, he is. Ball out of bounds. And the whistle for substitutions. Collinsville sending on 4 new players. As Coach Lugie keeping everybody rested here tonight.
Got another 3-game week coming up. Knows he got a condensed season. He's got to keep them legs fresh.
Throw-in will come from the far side of the field. Boys are back in action Tuesday at Alton. Our next game will be here Thursday of next week against Belleville East.
I think Alton's 0 for already.
Are they?
Yeah, I don't think they've won a game yet.
There's a ball sent up in, and that's going to be a goal off of the foot of Adam Reiniger after a nice feed by Sam Garofalo, and Collinsville takes a 2-0 lead.
There's a nice freshman connection there with Sam Garofalo, bringing that ball down, dishing it across to Adam Reiniger for his first career Kahok goal.
Nice. Comes with 9:55 left to play here in the first. And Reiniger picks up his first goal as a Kahawk, and of course in this game. And Collinsville leads 2-0. Over on the far side, Kahawks looking to add on some more. And that one's toward the goal and headed down into the box by Jabot, and then Jabot will just send it across the far sideline. It'll be a throw-in from over there for Collinsville. Nice pass from Garofalo, and just a simple little tip-in by by Reiniger, and Collinsville up 2-0.
Those two have been playing together for a long time.
Hugo Gonzalez will check into the game. He had a pretty good JV game, too. He's everywhere all the time.
I like Hugo in an attacking role.
Yeah. Miguel Gaspar, we haven't called his name since I told you the stats on him. And he finally gets a little bit of action here. He comes all the way out about 40 yards outside of his goal area and sends that one up. And the Kahawks continue to try to work it up on offense. But Pepe steals that. And now Jabot trying to work it up to at least get one of those goals back. Collinsville takes care of that. Up to Lorsback. Lorsback gets it up to Peril. Peril over this way to Garofalo. And Garofalo in the middle to Yahir Figueroa. Figueroa turns around, and he can go from about 0 to 12 miles an hour instantly. He gets the ball back, does Figueroa. Figueroa had the first goal. Now he's trying to lead Alex Lorsback. Lorsback tries to break in from the left side, could never turn the corner there, and that ball goes across the end line. And Collinsville, a plethora of corner kicks here in this first half.
That means the ball's been in this half for most of the game.
It has. It's been there a lot. And a little pass kick from the corner to Figueroa. He throws it in front, and that one could have been dangerous, man. That tips off a body part, and that could be in and end up being an own goal or something like that.
I think we have another corner coming.
I believe so. That one was put toward the goal by Hugo Gonzalez, and then one of the Gibault players stepped in front of it, and it goes out of bounds, and now we'll switch sides. And this time it looks like we'll do a regular corner kick.
Looks like Justin Hammond might be stepping up to the half line.
Yep, he's wearing number 24 on the varsity side. Just got added onto the roster before this game. Here's Figueroa's corner kick, and I tell you what, Adam Reiniger wanted to go 2 in a row, and that header was right on target, but standing right in the way was Nick Chambers, and it goes right into his gut. That one stays low on the goal kick restart off of the face of Reiniger. He has to adjust his mask. Throw-in is going to come from Peril, but we have substitutions first.
Jackson Perril's going to get a rest from the throw.
The only time he doesn't throw it is when he's on the bench. Alex Lorsback will take this throw-in. And it comes in. And it goes out into the middle. And I'm guessing that's Hammond. 25, not 24?
Yep.
Okay. They told us it was going to be number 24, but it's number 25. So Hammond sends it back. And now into the middle it goes for Borm. Over here to Lorsback. Lorsback will send it into the box. Yahir Figueroa trying to track it down. And Figueroa uses his head, and just wide it goes as he was being tracked down by Andrew Eplin as well for Jabot. And Eplin got there just in time to make that a little bit tougher on Figueroa.
Great effort by Figueroa.
Yeah, Figueroa almost scored his second. Reiniger almost scored his second. And a whistle on the play. I'm not even sure what they called.
I'm not either.
It was almost like an offside call, except for we were going the opposite direction.
Not sure what that was.
Never mind. Ball sent up to midfield off of the head of Shiragi. Over to Reiniger. Reiniger keeps the ball alive, trying to find Figueroa over there. Figueroa dancing with the defender, and it's going to belong to Jabot. 5 minutes to go here in this first half, and all kinds of substitutions in this game.
Looks like Will Martin entering the game again.
Ball comes in. Jabot with it. Up that far sideline. Collinsville gets it back. And the Kahawks trying to run another offensive set here. Up to Will Martin. Will Martin just pops it over just outside the box over there on the right side. And it comes back to Will Martin from Garofalo. And now sent over here to Lorsback. Lorsback. He'll send it over to Hammond. Hammond sends it up and off of a body and skips past everybody until it finds the foot of Eplin for Jabot. And now Collinsville will get the ball back, and it comes up to Hugo Gonzalez. Over onto the far side, Kahawk still with it. Into the middle it goes to Hammond. Hammond looking for and finding over here Lorsback trying to send it up, and that's off of the body of Camden Oberkfell. And more substitutions. I think they've figured out a new way to chew up time off the clock. Keep on subbing.
That was a nice sequence of ball possession there that last round. Boys knocking the ball from one side to the other, keeping the ball on the ground, on the turf, keeping possession.
Throw in comes in, and they tried to head it toward the net, did tag Baker, but I think it just barely nicked the side of his head and went straight down. Here's Compton. Compton will send it into the middle, and almost stepping on the ball. Man, stepping on the ball doesn't work very well.
No.
Hammond sends it up. He had a nice feed over there. He had enough room between defenders to park a Mack truck, so he sent it over there on the side, comes back to the middle, and the crossing pass didn't find a Kahok. And now the Collinsville Kahawks turn around, send it back toward the goal. Tag Baker trying to aim for that near side post, and Chambers had to be alert and scoop that up.
He's had an active first half.
Mm-hmm.
Getting a lot of action. Let's hope it stays that way.
Chambers off of the head of Compton. Back up off of the chest of Tag Baker. Baker lost control of the ball and then tries to track it down in between the legs of one of the defenders. Back onto Baker, and Tag Baker stays with it. Sends it back over to Hammond. Hammond sends it back into the midfield circle. And it's sent all the way into the box, and that one's going to be a bouncer that's going to go right to Chambers before Baker can get there. 2:20 left to play here in the first half. Goals by Figueroa and Reiniger have given Collinsville a 2-0 lead. Popped up into the twilight sky here at Kahok Stadium, and then it comes down and chipped over here onto the side, and then Alex Lorsback gets into the way and kind of messes up the mojo there of Jabot as they were working the ball up. Now onto the foot of Bicanic. And then to Colin Ogle. Up the far side, tracking it down is Hugo Gonzalez. Gonzalez trying to come up that right wing. Puts one in the middle, and that is sent across the line. That's going to be another corner kick coming up here for the Kahawks. What is that, like 6 or 7 in this half?
Oh, at least.
Sam Garofalo is going to take it. Collinsville trying to get another one on the board. 90 seconds left. That one, oh, that was dangerous because Chambers couldn't quite reach it. Comes down the other side, and here is another try off of the backside of Oberkfell. Comes back out front. Another shot on goal, and that one goes wide, and guess who touched it? Nick Chambers did. It goes across the end line, and here comes another corner kick for Collinsville as we approach 1 minute left to play here in this first half.
I wonder if there's a relationship with Oberkfell between the
Maryville Oberkfells?
Maryville Oberkfells.
I was wondering that myself. I am friends with a couple of them on Facebook. Maybe I'll ask.
Ken Oberkfell from Maryville, Illinois.
Yeah, got to interview him over the fall when we didn't have any sports going on, and we had our This Week in Kahok Nation podcast. It was a nice sit down with him. Here's the shot, and it goes right to Chambers again. Boy, that had a little bend on it off of the foot of Garofalo. But I'm telling you what, Chambers, he's been lucky a couple of times to be standing in the right spot.
Sam Garofalo is a pure ball striker. He has the knack of scoring on those type of plays.
Down to the final 15 seconds. And Jabot, who has not had a lot of offense, trying to get it down for one push before the half ends. But Collinsville's defense is going to take care of that as Gonzalez sends it up the far sideline. And then Waterloo will just send it out, and that will do it. As one half of play is in the books, and 2-0 in favor of Collinsville, and we will take a break, and we'll come back with the second half of action in just a little while here on the Kahok Sports Network. Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family. Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA Storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA Storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking. Conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage team, 618-797-6100.
Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite. The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org. Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville, owned by former Kahok Jay Merkel. At Extreme Details, they believe in the value of community and in helping the community hold the value of their vehicles. A sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details offers drop-off, pickup, and delivery service, as well as a mobile service, whether that's a simple wash and wax or all the way up to a full detail job. No job is too big or too small for Extreme Details. Plus, Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal and vacuums every vehicle regardless of what package you choose. Cars, trucks, boats, motorcycles, and more. Extreme Details in Collinsville, open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 on Saturday. Call Jay Merkel for an appointment at 301-6033 or 977-1224. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call at 618-407-5466, online at pacedesignconstruct.com, or on Facebook at Pace Construction Design.
Everyone has those projects around the house that you just don't want to do. AW Outdoor Solutions can take care of that for you. Former Collinsville High School graduate Adam Welly owns AW Outdoor Solutions, and he and his crew can handle all of the dirty work around your home or business. Whether that's tree trimming and maintenance, brush removal, power washing, gutter cleaning, and leaf raking and removal, AW Outdoor Solutions can handle that and much more. AW Outdoor Solutions is fully insured and offers free estimates on all of their work. AW Outdoor Solutions. Call Adam Welly at 314-252-8010 or on Facebook at AW Outdoor Solutions.
Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com. The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and of course, the Collinsville Kahawks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a Kahawks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes at Bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org.
The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune covers Troy, Collinsville, Maryville, and all the villages and communities of Madison County. From area city halls to sports, including the Collinsville Kahawks and Unit 10 District News. The Times-Tribune covers that and more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper published every Thursday, and a one-year subscription is only $40 for the printed and online editions. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Times-Tribune.
Back here at Kahawk Stadium, 2-0 in favor of Collinsville after one half of play. Welcome back. I am Todd Duke. Brett Borm is on the other microphone. And what do you think about that first half, sir?
You know what? Collinsville was able to sustain a lot of pressure on that offensive end throughout that entire first half. I'm not sure Miguel Gaspar was able to even really get involved or touch that ball very much. So pressure was good. We had more opportunities, I think, that we probably could have cashed in but didn't. But let's hope we can pick that up here in the second half.
Yeah, and if it wasn't for Nick Chambers in goal for Jabot, I think it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, he showed some good goalkeeping skills down there. He was definitely challenged quite a bit. A couple nice diving saves, a couple punched over the top. He looked good.
We apparently have some lighting issues here at Kahawk Stadium. One of our banks of lights only has 2 on it. There you go. Well, you can't really see it on the screen too much because it just glares. But, yeah, you can see that left side there. None of the lights are working on that left side, and both of those lights up there are on the right side. So, and apparently they keep on switching off and on for a while. So, we'll see. They're going to have to try to get that fixed before we have some more games here. As I mentioned, the soccer team's back in action on Thursday here against Belleville East, and then Muscuda comes to town Friday for football. So there's some dark patches out there on the field.
It's definitely dark on this north end, northern third of the field for sure.
Yeah. That's where the wind comes from. That's what makes us all chilly. Just about ready for action here. Collinsville with the 2-0 lead. They will start off with the ball when we get this second half started.
Looks like Luis Fernandez is teamed up in the center back position. I think he's been more of a forward utilized this year. Looks like he's playing center back with Borm to start.
Yeah, here Figueroa ready to get this going as soon as the referees tell him he can. And we are underway in half number 2, and Collinsville shoots at the goal to your right here in the second half, and that's where the ball ends up right off the bat. But Jabot takes care of it, and now Collinsville gets the ball back, and back to some more pressure as that one's going to roll to Nick Chambers. That'll be the easiest save he's had to make all night. And Chambers. And back into the offensive zone belonging to Jabot. And the Hawks have not spent a lot of time in their offensive zone. They're going to try to do the better part of that this half. Here comes the throw-in coming from Oberkfell. Off of the chest of Howdrick. And then to Pepe, back to Howdrick, back to Pepe as he tries to track that ball down. And he sends it back out to midfield. Figueroa trying to chase that ball down. And now over on the far sideline, goes out of bounds. Just underway here in the second half. Todd Duke and Brett Bourne back with you. Collinsville leads 2-0. Looking to complete a 2-game sweep here, and here comes Figueroa. He's got some room, sends it in the middle, but sent it right behind Garofalo, and then off the top, and then in again. And for the second game in a row, or the second time, Reiniger scores, and Collinsville extends that lead to 3-0. And tell you, Reiniger has been at the right spot at the right time. That's the second tip-in that he's had.
Yeah, no doubt. And the save by Chambers on that first strike, I'm not sure, did he tip it, hit the crossbar, and come down?
I think so,
Is that
yeah.
what I saw? Okay, that's
Yep.
what I thought. I was slow with the camera on that one.
Reiniger again makes it 3-0 Collinsville, this time in the second. .38-26 left to go, and Reiniger scored that goal. And now Jabot trying to work it back into their offensive zone as they now trail by a hat trick. 3-0 in favor of Collinsville, and the Kahawks, they continue to work their magic on defense, and they'll send it all the way back up the field. And again, Yahir Figueroa on his horse, trying to get over there on that left wing, puts on the brakes, waits for his teammates to step up, puts on a nice move into the box, sends it in the middle, and a shot and a save on that far post. And I believe that was Mahat this time, and we said he was going to get a goal earlier. He had plenty of chances in the first half, and then sends a scorcher over there, and Chambers had to come out to the far post to make that save.
He'll show patience. All he's got to do is show patience. Chances will come.
Ball into the middle of the field. Looks a little dark there, too.
Man, it is noticeably dark on that other side of the field.
Yeah, it is. Well, you have the lights on up here, and I have the window in front of me, so I get a little bit of a glare. And you notice that the defense for Jabot never wants to send it back to their goalkeeper for a little bit of a safety
They haven't done that
measure.
once.
They have not.
No.
They've been close, and instead of sending it back to their goalkeeper to make sure things don't happen, they try to turn it back upfield, and then they end up turning the ball over and giving Collinsville another chance.
Yeah, the school of thought, when especially in your defensive third, is you play the way you face. And when they're facing that goal, they need to be playing it back to their keeper. Clearly, they don't have confidence.
Reiniger almost in the right spot again. And he's trying to chase down the ball, and then it goes across the sideline. Nope, it goes across the inline. It was close. It was right where the sideline and the inline meet, and it must have just went over that inline barely, and Collinsville will have a corner kick coming up here. And it looks like Yahir Figueroa is going to take it. He sends it right to the front, and Pepe off of his head and over the net, and we'll have another corner kick.
Every time you call Pepe, I envision just the single name European
Pele
player.
Pele, yeah.
You know.
Well, at least you're not thinking of the skunk Pepe Le Pew.
Messi.
Okay, now you are thinking of the skunk. Oh, that one goes right to Chambers. I tell you what, Yahir Figueroa almost caught Chambers asleep as Chambers was taking a couple of steps out of his goal and then looked over and saw a ball headed his way. That one gets through the legs of Hugo Gonzalez, but he will send it over to the side where it's picked up over there by Jabot and Gedeke. Gedeke sends the ball up that sideline, and a whistle will stop everything before it gets any farther.
Not sure what the call was on that. It seemed like they had advantage if there was a foul, but don't know.
Yeah. Throw in or a free kick? Free kick.
What is that up in the air, Todd?
Probably a drone. That'd be my guess. Yep, somebody's got a drone.
Is that what that is?
It might be a drone or I don't know.
It's over.
Yeah.
Oh,
crossbar, and that was a little bit dangerous. As Jabot looking to at least get one of those back, and it's going to roll right to, and that is not Miguel Gaspar in goal. Who is that?
That is Carter
That
Wagner.
is Carter Wagner, okay. So Carter Wagner gets in the second half. And here is Reiniger. He punches the ball up to Figueroa. Figueroa's got some speed. Oh, gets taken down in the box. We're going to have a penalty kick. Are we?
Is he putting that outside the box?
Man, you got to be kidding me. They were definitely inside the box. A step outside, what, a shoe length? Come on. You know, the contact might have been made outside of the box, but the bodies hit the floor. The body in the box.
Let's see a bender here, Yair.
Man. Yahir's got some speed.
Yes, he does. He's a dynamic player. Bend
Figueroa.
on that wall.
Takes it. Oh, tries to bend it in that top corner, and he was almost successful because Chambers barely moved when that ball was struck.
Chambers had the back post covered, which is typical when you set up a wall. You want your wall covering the near post, keeper's covering the far post. But Yair was able to bend that back towards the near post.
Yeah.
That was nice.
33 and a half to go here in this second half. This game has pretty much been all Collinsville. Sky high pop-up, not going to go very far. And over here on this near side sideline, Reiniger trying to take it away from Shields. And Shields won the battle for a moment. And now a whistle, and that's going to be against Reiniger. What did he do wrong?
Don't know. Didn't see anything there.
I didn't either. What are these guys seeing that I don't see? I know they're a little closer, but, I mean, this was right underneath our window here.
Yeah.
That one comes up the sideline, and trying to track it down is Mackenzie Howdrich. He does, but Reiniger picks it back up, and Collinsville brings it back up, and here is Trey Peterson. Leaves it for Tag Baker. Baker coming up the sideline. He's in front of his defender, trying to turn the corner, and then that defender will send it over the – oh, what? That was sent over the inline by the defenders.
That is a corner kick.
Holy man. That's a horrible call.
Unless he's calling.
Baker got taken off of that ball, and that was all against the defender. You can hear fans in the stands yelling, no! Well, we're not the only ones who saw that the other way. That ball is not going to get very far. I don't know what's going on with these kicks here from Chambers, but they don't get very far, and there's not much of a wind to speak of. Pepe tries to come down with it and trying to knock Bicanic off of the ball. Now it comes out for Collinsville. They send it up past midfield. Hammond couldn't control it. That's a mismatch over there, man. Pepe against Hammond. Holy.
Size-wise.
Got him by about a foot and a half, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Yeah. Up that far sideline, goes over there into the darkness. And across the end line, and we'll have a goal kick restart here by Carter Wagner. Wagner coming into this game, 230 minutes. He's 2-1 on the year as a solo shutout and a shared shutout. And he has allowed 3 goals on the year. That's all.
Todd, was he the starter last year too?
No, that was oh man, Garrett. Why can't its name is escaping me? Keller, goalkeeper last year for us. Who was it? Yes, Tate Wyatt. There you go. It was on the tip of my tongue. About 10 minutes into this second half, Collinsville has added a goal by Reiniger. Reiniger got the last goal in the first half, so the last 2 goals have belonged to Reiniger. Kahawks with the ball at midfield, moving it up here to Trey Peterson. Over to Reiniger, back to Peterson, trying to split the defense, knocks one defender sideways. That ball is right in front, right past Tag Baker. And then it comes in, and another chance for Collinsville. Colin Ogle, instead he passes up the shot to Reiniger going for the hat trick, and that's blocked out of bounds by Jabot. Speaking of hat trick, the last time these two teams played, that was last year right here on this field. Collinsville won 5-2. Tag Baker had a goal. Anthony Copatelli had the hat trick in that game, and Anthony now plays at Blackburn College. They were playing this afternoon, as a matter of fact.
I see his name in the starting lineup on Twitter all the time.
Yep,
so he must be contributing quite a bit.
He was in the starting lineup for Blackburn today, so not bad for a freshman college player getting all that starting time.
Absolutely.
Ball comes down at midfield, and bodies run into each other in midair. It comes down to Peterson. Peterson off of the number 4 counterpart, Colin Shields, and out of bounds. And Peterson will have a throw-in. Gets it to Tag Baker. Baker almost had that ball hit his hand. Oh, right past the feet of Bycanic. Comes in and taking charge is Luis Fernandez. He sends it over to the far side. Hugo couldn't complete it, though. And it comes back to the defense, and Borum takes care of it, sends it back out to midfield. And Pepe, I almost called him Pele. Gets it up, and Jabot trying to attack. Can't complete, though. And Hugo Gonzalez over there makes sure of it.
Player keeper. Nope.
Got some defenders back. Now it comes up and sent back up by Jabot. They're on the move. Here comes Feldker. He's got some room, and what a nice play by Wagner. He came out and challenged and got there just in time.
Mm-hmm. Textbook goalkeeping on the 1v1, coming out, getting himself big, getting low. Nice save.
Wagner sends the ball out well past midfield. And it comes over here to this near side sideline for Reiniger. Reiniger lets the ball go out of bounds, and then it comes in for Colin Ogle. Ogle will send it back to Reiniger. Reiniger sends it up just outside the box to Tag Baker. Baker trying to get around a couple of defenders, lost his footing, and the ball goes back to Jabot. They send it out toward midfield where it's headed right back off of the skull of Reed Bycanic. Out of bounds it goes, and another throw-in coming here, and they're going to give it up to Trey Peterson. Peterson will drop the ball. That must mean that Jackson Perril's coming back in. No? No?
No. Peterson's coming out.
Okay.
Hugo's sliding over, and Lorsbach comes in on the left back position.
Hugo Gonzalez to throw it in, and he does, and then unable to handle that was Luis Fernandez. Hit the bottom of his shoe and went back out of bounds. Coming up on 27 minutes to play here in this second half. Collinsville leads 3-0. Looking for more. Here's Tag Baker. Baker tried to chip the ball over to Ogle, and Ogle had to turn around to get it. Now up to Hammond. Hammond had that ball leave his foot, and Jabot will send the ball right back into their bench. Whistle before anything can get going. Against Collinsville, so Jabot will have a free kick here, but it's going to be from a long way away. Up the field it goes. Collinsville with a 3-0 lead. Jabot with the ball. Over on the far side, that is Howdrich. Howdrich tries to bring it up that left wing. Popped it, and it's going to go out of bounds on the other side of that goal. And it'll be a goal kick restart here for Carter Wagner. Did you know that today is the 56th anniversary of the 1965 state basketball championship?
I thought I read that on Twitter today as well.
Yeah. Collinsville defeated Quincy 55-52 on this day in 1965, 56 years ago.
Twitter's an amazing resource, isn't it?
Sometimes. I always seem to get I get like, an alert, and it's like yesterday's news. I don't know. I think my Twitter is like 24 hours behind everybody else's. Tomorrow is the 84th anniversary of the first ever trophy brought home from any state championship tournament in any sport for Collinsville. And that happened on tomorrow's date, 1937. Wow. The third place trophy brought home by Willard Larson and his Kahok boys basketball team. The only person not named Virgil Fletcher to bring home a trophy from the state championships. Here is a centering shot and off of a body, and finally Collinsville, I believe, got that out at the last moment before it had a chance to meet Wagner. And then Collinsville comes away with it. Nice job by Hammond. He comes through the middle and tries to leave it up over on that far side there. As streaking up on the far side was Landon Mahat. He's had a few chances to score some goals in the first half, but so far he's been kept off the board. Yeah, a 28-26 loss to Joliet in the semifinals that year. And Joliet, by the way, went on to win the state championship. And then Collinsville down to Pekin in the third place game by a robust basketball score of 31-18.
Wow. Was that common?
Not a lot of offense back in the day. There were some games there that were like 17-16 back in the turn of the century, 1907, 1908. That was back when they were shooting the basketball into peach baskets.
Yeah.
Here is Hugo Gonzalez trying to track down a ball, and he gives it up to Wagner. Wagner will send the ball out to Pepe. Pepe has that big leg, and he sends the ball over everything. And it'll be another goal kick restart here for Carter Wagner and the Collinsville Kahawks with 23:40 left to play here in the second half.
Kind of a misplay there by Carter Wagner, putting that ball right back down the middle onto Pepe's foot.
Yeah.
He could have definitely cashed that opportunity in. Dangerous.
Not as far this time for Wagner, and it comes down and out of bounds. Touched by Jabot, so a throw-in coming here for Hugo Gonzalez for Collinsville. Gonzalez throws it down, gets it right back from Hammond. And then Gonzalez will send it back to the defense, and that's how you do that. That is Luis Fernandez being wise and sending it back to Carter Wagner with approaching forwards on his tail. Collinsville back to the defense once again, and here is the aforementioned Fernandez. He pops the ball up toward midfield, comes down just on the outside of the circle, and Hammond with it. Hammond into the midfield logo to Garofalo. Garofalo sends the ball up the sideline, and a little pop for Baker off of his head. Just outside the box, Baker trying to track it down, and then off of the shin of Baker, and it'll belong to Jabot. Jabot throws it in. A little lackadaisical with the ball down there, didn't they?
A little bit.
Almost cost him an offensive opportunity by Collinsville. That ball is, nice step up there by Borm, and he sends the ball back into the Collinsville offensive zone as we approach 22 minutes to play here in the second half. Tag Baker back to Hammond. Hammond will go backwards and send it back out to the midfield circle. And circling with it is Fernandez up to Hugo Gonzalez. Gonzalez got taken off the ball, and he'll let it go out of bounds. Last touched by Luis Reventos, I'm going to guess. Ball stays here on the near side sideline. Tag Baker has it go off of his foot again. And it'll belong to Jabot on the throw-in. Right up the sideline and right back to tag Baker it goes. So Baker waited patiently, and a takedown is going to go against Jabot as Mackenzie Howdrich took down Adam Reiniger. And Collinsville will get a free kick here from about 40 yards away.
It might be the second or third time Reiniger's gone down over here on this left side, too. Our fans didn't like that.
Hamann will take this free kick. And he pops it up right in the middle of the box, and out to play it was Chambers. And Chambers ran into somebody, and he's hurt. Chambers ran into somebody. We're going to stop the clock, and we have a injury timeout. So we'll step aside for just a moment here while they tend to Nick Chambers. And we'll be back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, the newest in online auctioning. Go to ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's HIBid.com to check out what's up for bid in the next auction. Ogle Auctions deals with everyday items like board games, t-shirts, and more, to collectibles, whether that is a vehicle, vinyl records, or vintage toys. Or how about a trolley car? And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more items. Check out their next online auction at ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's ogleauctionshibid.com. Or call Kim Ogle today at 618-980-4530.
Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook. Well, it appears Nick Chambers is okay to stay in the game, and so he will. And Jabot will have a restart kick here with 20:37 left to play in the second half. Collinsville leading 3-0.
They're discussing that.
Yeah, we were discussing that up here in the box, and usually when an injured player, when they have to stop play, the injured player has to go out, but he is the only goalkeeper on the varsity roster. So either that or they would have to bring out the JV goalkeeper from earlier today, Brian Lance or Cade Kostelak.
That's exactly what's happening. Chambers is walking off.
He is. He looks like he's okay, though, and he's probably pleading his case to stay out there.
They're going to put a penny on somebody to go back there, and then the first sub, they'll move him back. That makes sense.
Yeah, so it looks like Jacob Feldker is going to put on the orange vest and play goalkeeper for a minute.
And I'm sure if they get possession, they'll probably just blast the ball out of bounds. First opportunity to get the sub.
Yeah. Can they do that here right now on the restart?
I think they could.
Start the clock, the man says. And I think they're going to let that ball
there you
go across the line so they can make that substitution.
You would think that maybe both coaches could work something out.
Yeah, you know, I mean, do you really have to go through that dog and pony show just to get your goalie back out there? So Chambers will come back into the game after that. I guess if that's the way you have to take care of things, that's the way you have to take care of things. By the book. So Chambers will set the ball down inside the small box, right on the outside edge. Halfway through this second half, Collinsville leads 3-0. Out toward midfield, not going to make it all the way. Settled down by Jabot, but Collinsville comes away with it, and then Jabot will send it back out to midfield. Collinsville leads 3-0. Looking for more are the Kahawks. A chip up. Oh, boy, they were trying to find a streaking Adam Reiniger looking for that hat trick. You know they're trying to get him that ball and get him that hat trick, right?
That'd be awesome. If they
Yeah.
did.
Why not? Last time these two teams played, Copatelli got a hat trick, so why not?
Somebody step to.
There is a push by Jabot and their offense looking for their first goal of the game. And a shot and a save by Wagner over there on that far post. The rebound comes all the way out to Pepe. And Pepe trying to get around, and every time he lets go of that ball, dude, he sends it into the night sky, and it goes far and high.
And that was a left foot.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody's got their drone out here. Would not be surprised at all if it was Mr. Gurley. He likes to take his drone out for a ride and take some pictures.
See if I can get that on camera. No.
Oh, it'll probably just look like a light. A light moving in the sky. It's kicked out by Wagner, back out to midfield. Off of the head of Colin Ogle, down on the ground. Took a minute for someone from Collinsville to find it, and then it was off a hand. So a free kick coming from midfield here for Jabot. And the free kick coming from Michael Coons. Coons sends it up and past everyone. And it's going to roll right to Carter Wagner. No one touched that all the way. All the way back out to midfield. Colin Ogle trying to tip the ball up as Sam Garofalo was coming up the near side sideline here. Now Jabot takes over to Garofalo and right in between his legs and out of bounds. Throw in comes in to Feldker. And then Collinsville will get there, and Hugo Gonzalez will send it out of bounds. Actually, that's off of the defender that was right in front of Gonzalez. So they throw it into Ogle. Ogle, right between the legs of the defender with a little back kick up to Hamann. Hamann lost control of the ball, and now it's picked up here right underneath our location by Jabot. Raventos will give way, and it'll be Eplin who will throw the ball in. Collinsville, though, sends it back across the midfield stripe, but Jabot takes over, and their defense trying to keep it away from Collinsville, and they'll send it over right at the end of their bench on an out-of-bounds kick, so Collinsville will get the ball back, and they'll throw it in. It's Peterson over there on the far side. He tosses it down for Tag Baker, and then Baker leaves it, and a shot by Colin Ogle rolls right to Nick Chambers.
Win it. There we go.
And another opportunity by Collinsville. Here is Garofalo, and he gets taken off the ball. And then Jabot comes up with it, and they send it back out toward the middle, but Collinsville finds it again. And once again, it's Garofalo. Sends it up just outside the box. Baker tracks it down, and then it's going to go across the end line, and it's going to belong to Jabot. Coming up on 16 minutes left to play here in this second half. 3-0 Collinsville. 2 goals in the first, 1 goal in the second. Kahok's looking for more. Back up to Garofalo. Chips it in the middle to Colin Ogle. Ogle sends it back to Garofalo, but a little bit too far.
Right idea, wrong pace.
Yeah, just got a little bit too much on the pass. And Jabot, once again, will get us back to action here with a goal kick restart. Martin checks back into the game for Collinsville. And back to action we are at midfield. Hammond. Jabot takes over. Brendan Shiragi is back out there, and they'll just kick it back to Chambers. Chambers sends it out front. Oh, almost a turnover there. And I tell you what, Jabot's lucky because there was an unarmed, unmarked man right in the middle of the field. Here comes Colin Ogle again. Now, kick all the way into the Jabot bench by Will Martin. And the Hawks will throw it in from in front of their own bench again. Back to midfield, far side sideline, ball out of bounds, and Collinsville will get the throw in this time. Looks like a lot of the regular starters are not playing here in this game anymore. Haven't seen Jackson Peril in a long time.
Nope. Shiragi.
Shiragi's out.
Compton's out.
Yeah.
Peterson's out.
A lot of these JV guys out there getting their second game of the day.
Yep.
Pushed it up into Colin Ogle. Ogle gets it over. And a pass that just got past that right foot of Sam Garofalo. And it'll be a throw in here from the near side sideline for Jabot as they make some substitutions. Colin Shields comes back in. Gedeker comes back in as well. And Collinsville controlling the game here pretty much since this game started. They have spent a lot of time in the offensive zone. This field has been tilted all night. Now the ball rolls down, and they're going to kick it back to the Carter Wagner goal keep, and
I think he'd like to have that one back.
I'm sure he would. Throw in coming in from Colin Shields, right below our location. Pepe comes back into the game for Jabot. We were commenting on how big he is and what a difference maker he could be with that size out there, but really,
haven't seen it yet.
No, we have not. Collinsville brings it up the sideline. Into the middle it goes, and over this way for Hammond. Hammond trying to thread it up the middle, but he was tracked down from behind by Colin Shields. Nice play, and now Shields comes up with it again. Back into the midfield circle it goes, and trying to get the ball back is by Kanik. And then that ball is sent down into the Jabot defensive zone. They'll kick it back out. 12 minutes as we approach left here in the second half. 3-0 in favor of Collinsville, looking for win number 4 on the year. And trying to match the win by their JV counterparts earlier in the game. 4-1, the JVers won by. Here is Hammond. Gets it over here onto this side for Garofalo. Garofalo, nice move. Puts one toward the goal, and it's right to Chambers again. Chambers has been in the right spot about 4 times. And the ball is right into the breadbasket.
Yeah.
Very rarely did he give up a rebound either.
It's a goalkeeper's dream when you just play the ball right into their chest.
Yep. Whistle on the play against Collinsville, and throw in coming here from this near side.
It's like Reiniger entering the game again from a hot.
Now the whistle says we can get back to action. Andrew Eplin due to throw the ball in. He does. And sent back to the defense. That is Eli Garcia.
Pardon me.
For Jabot, and now Hammond takes over all the way up to the far side sideline, and that ball kicked out of bounds by Hammond, they say. So it'll be Jabot's ball. Oh.
So that slipped out of his hands?
I would think so. Ball overhead and throw it forward, and then the ball never went. This time he has a little better grip. Comes into Pepe. Back over from which it came and back to the defense, and Garcia sends it up. Collinsville, however, picks it off. Comes right back to where it came from, and that's Will Martin. Martin getting the ball up to Garofalo. Garofalo gets tripped up, and a whistle will give the ball back to Collinsville. That ball went out of bounds. No, they didn't call it. It was just the ball out of bounds. To Hammond, back to Garofalo. See, that's when you should blow the whistle. Garofalo was definitely taken down.
I agree.
Popped over to the other side. And trying to track it down over there is Gedeke. Comes back out to midfield for Collinsville over on that far side sideline, and Bykanik with it. Sends it back out to the middle for Hammond. Hammond puts on a nice move, gets rid of his defender, brings the ball up, sends it into the box on the left side, and
Hammond had the right idea. A little bit of miscommunication. Whoever that is on that far left side didn't make that run that he wanted.
thought Jabot was going to let that go across the end line, but they tracked it down and kept the ball alive. Collinsville Gets it back, though, and they have numbers. And a shot off of some shins comes down for Colin Ogle. Ogle gets it, then a shot, and off the post! That got by Nick Chambers, and it clangs off the post right back to the Jabot goalkeeper.
That was Reiniger's hat trick.
Man, oh, man. That one smoked off of that post. And luckily for Chambers, it didn't ricochet off of his backside and go in the goal.
No, he drilled that.
He did. Probably about a 40-mile-an-hour ball, and then it came off the post at about 20 miles an hour. And there's it did, I know. And a takedown called against Jacob Feldker will give Collinsville another free kick. This one's going to be from about 50 yards away. 8:45 left to play here in this second half. 3-0 in favor of Collinsville.
Coach Lugie giving some instructions to Lorsbach on where he'd like him to place this ball.
Lorsbach strikes it, and it's popped up high into the front of the box, and it's headed back out by Jabot and their defense. And now Jabot trying to transition into the offensive side of their game, which they have not been able to do very well here tonight. Not has been as much, especially the transition plays. There's a shot and a goal, and from a long way away, Jabot is finally on the board on a goal scored by Mackenzie Howdrich. So 3-1. That one came from way downtown. And that comes with 8:08 left to play here in this second half. So Mackenzie Howdrich picks up the first goal for Jabot. And Collinsville chasing it down. 8 minutes left to play. So Collinsville still has a 2-goal lead. No shared shutout tonight between Wagner and Gaspar. And here comes Collinsville looking to get that tally right back over on the far side. And Collinsville has another player taken out. No call on the play. And then they'll have to come track it down. They get it back out here to midfield for Will Martin. Martin pops the ball into the front of the box, trying to go in for it was Reiniger, but the head of Gedeke takes care of that, or Coons. And now a throw-in coming here for Colin Shields. Shields gets it into Pepe. Pepe gets the ball back to himself and then finds the ball on a ricochet, and now Carter Wagner comes out and right to Pepe again. Pepe sends one toward the goal, and luckily Collinsville's defense was there. I don't think Pepe got a whole leg on that, as he was kind of blocked out by Luis Fernandez or something that looks like a number 10. I think that was actually, I don't know. Read by Kanik, actually.
Collinsville looks a little discombobulated this last 10 minutes or so.
Well, and Jabot took advantage of the miscombobulation, and with 6.5 minutes to go, Collinsville has a 2-goal lead, and they have the ball. Gonzalez throws it in to Will Martin. Will Martin loses it. And the man who just scored the goal, he has it. That is Howdrich. Howdrich gets taken down, and Collinsville will give up a free kick here for Jabot. They take it right off the bat, and it's right to Carter Wagner. That was a deep kick.
Yes, seems like Jabot's got a little bit of life, a little bit of energy after that goal.
And that they do. My NHL app just told me that the Blues are underway.
Oh, I like this.
Oh, this one's got a chance, and it's going to be chased down by Compton. Compton to Reiniger. Reiniger stopped running, or else he could have been way ahead of the play. And then over onto the far side it goes, trying to find the lone Kahok over there, but no good. Tag Baker back into the game. He tries to chase the ball down. It's sent up into the middle of the field, and now Will Martin will send it over to Baker. Baker sends it back over to Gonzalez, and Gonzalez slows things down a bit. And now picked up by Fernandez, and over here to the sideline for Compton. Up to Gonzalez, back over to Compton, gets around one defender, skips, and looking, and a shot that was taken right off of the face, I believe, of Coons. Maybe he might even got a hand up. That might have been a handball.
I saw a handball.
Yeah. I don't know, because if it would have hit him in the face, he probably would have went down, but something blocked it.
That's Garofalo over here on this right side.
Down to 4:40 to go here in the second half. Jabot getting desperate now, trailing by 2 goals with under 5 to play. Here's Baker over on the far sideline. Gets around one defender. Now the ball comes loose. Compton, and he does a nice little heel kick there and keeps control of the ball, and then sends it back to Will Martin. Martin will send it up into the front of the box, but there's Oberkfell to use his head. Now to Hamann, and Hamann takes a shot, but that goes high and wide. And it'll be a goal kick restart coming up here for Nick Chambers. As we approach 4 minutes left to go here in this second half. No goal kick restart. Instead, Jabot will just pass it out. I don't know why they would pass up a goal kick restart. Get that ball deeper than throwing it right down in front of the box.
Mm-hmm.
And a whistle after Meckler.
Going out.
Tries to take control.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. He's got to let that ball stop.
Well, he didn't. Where's your whistle? You didn't blow your whistle.
No, but the linesman was.
I know, he was standing right there.
Yeah.
Watch the whole thing happen. Maybe he's ready to go visit the local watering hole as well. At midfield, tag Baker with it. Over to Hamann, back up to Baker.
Uh-oh.
Baker chips it over on the left wing, and they're going to call that offsides. Well, we had help by about 3 more referees out there wearing white jerseys.
He was probably offsides by a step, but he got a little help.
Yep.
No doubt about it.
Long way to go for Jabot. They send it into the night sky. Gonzalez has it miss his head. And then it's picked up and sent forward by Luis Fernandez. And back over this way now for Garofalo. Garofalo on the right wing. Sends it in the middle. And over on the far side trying to track that ball down is Mahat. And he does. Sends it back up toward the box. Comes down in front. Here is Hamann. Hamann trying to get around a defender to put a shot on. Nice spin move, but eventually Jabot gets there and takes care of it before that ball goes out of bounds. And out of bounds off of the head of off of the head of Howdrich it goes.
Justin Hamann was looking for just a step of space
so
he could get that shot off.
Here is Will Martin looking for some help. Finds it in the form of Hamann, but Hamann was offside. And as the clock continues to run, man on the sideline says back up about 3 more yards. Here is Gedeke. Sends it back out front. And up to his teammate Shields. Shields on the near side sideline being tracked down by Garofalo. And now it comes out to Howdrich, and a whistle on the play against Jabot will give the ball back to Collinsville as we have 95 seconds left to play here in this second half. Collinsville will get a free kick, albeit from deep in their own territory. One of the Kahok players is busy trying to get his shoe back on. And Will Martin sends it back into play and off of a head. And back out to midfield we go. There is Hamann. Hamann brings it into the defensive side, and Hugo Gonzalez will send it over to the sideline where it goes out of bounds. And we have 1 minute left to play here in this second half. Camden Oberkfell will throw it in. No, there was about 50 seconds left in the second half there, Chris. And I heard you over there talking hockey, and you forgot to look at the time, didn't you? Here is Hamann. And a ball all the way down, trying to be tracked down by Garofalo. He does track it down and then sends it to the front of the net and almost bobbled there by Nick Chambers. Chambers hurries up and bowls that ball out of harm's way. And with 29 seconds left, Jabot is now down to the last gasp effort here. They bring it up the far sideline, and a little shove from behind, and Jabot keeps the ball going over there in that dark area. They send it up, and Carter Wagner with a save over there on that far side post. Down to the final 10 seconds, and Wagner sends it into the night sky, and that's going to just about do it, kids. Collinsville will improve to 4-2 on the year as they win this one here by a final score of 3-1. Thank you very much. So, not a bad game. It's a lot better than going to overtime, isn't it?
Absolutely. Nice to end one in regulation here. Get the boys some rest their legs as they go into a week of 3 games next week against some pretty good opponents.
Yeah, so good play here by Reiniger. Almost got himself a hat trick. More stellar play by Figueroa, and really the goalkeepers for Collinsville not tested too much in this game.
Not at all.
All right, sir. We'll see you down the road. We're going to be back here Thursday. You're going to be here?
I'll be here.
Thursday against Belleville East. Thank you very much. That is Brett Borm. We appreciate him joining us here on the program as we make our transition now into the Chiropractic Works post-game show, brought to you by Chiropractic Works, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. Visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. Give them a call at 343-3602 or online, chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Post-game show comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than Elsie's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, Elsie's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. Elsie's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. Elsie's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And Elsie's Pub shows Kahawk games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. Elsie's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at Elsie's Pub. Elsie's Pub, Kahawk fans' pub of choice.
Drink it in. Powerful, vibrant, nutrient-rich fuel for healthy, active, experience-rich lives. So you can be your best self, live your best life, and rule the day.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future. To create your inheritance. To build your vision. To anticipate the known and unknown. And to find potential in both. And build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
The reviews are in. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is a hit in the Metro East. Folks both local and just visiting the area are calling Old Herald Brewery and Distillery a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is located at 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville and is home to one of the only restaurants in the state with their own brewery and distillery that produces some of the best brews and spirits in the industry. And the food, all created by an in-house chef using local ingredients that will please any palate. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville has daily specials for both inside diners as well as offering curbside pickup specials and family-size specials. And don't forget to take home a bottle or a growler of beers brewed on site at Old Herald Brewery and Distillery. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville. Check their Facebook page for daily specials, online ordering at oldheraldbrewery.com, or give them a call at 855-8027.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
Back here at Kahok Stadium, final score 3-1 in favor of Collinsville. Kahawks improved to 4-2 on the year. A couple of first-half goals, one by Yahir Figueroa about 12 minutes into the game, gave Collinsville a 1-0 lead. It was Figueroa's second goal of the year. And Reiniger scores a goal, his first as a Kahawk, and that came with about 10 minutes left to go in the first half. Collinsville had a 2-0 lead, and it stayed that way until the Kahawks put another goal up there and made it 3-0, and that came, just about a minute and a half in to second half action, and again, scored by Reiniger, and then Jabot gets a late goal in the second half to make it the final score of 3-1. We are off on Monday and Tuesday. Monday, the girls volleyball team is at Althoff. Tuesday, boys soccer is at Alton, so we are next in action over at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium for some girls volleyball action against Belleville East. Then the following day, we're back here for soccer versus Belleville East as well before we finish up our week with football against Mascoutah here at home. Final score once again, 3-1 in favor of Collinsville. Thank you to Brett Borm for hanging out for both the varsity and the JV game. JV wins today too, 4-1, so a good day here at Kahok Stadium as the JV football team also won here on this field earlier this morning over Triad. So a big day on the turf here at Kahok Stadium with 3 wins by Collinsville sports teams. For Brett Borm, I'm Todd Duke. Everybody, enjoy the rest of your weekend.